was a really good to know that we could do this. We really can do this, and that's why we're here in the Caribbean. That's why we're kicking it off here in Jamaica, and we really hope that you enjoyed it. And we need to live it. That's what it is. We need to live it. Okay, so thank you, team. Anthony. I call him T at home, but it's really Anthony. So now I would like to introduce you to S. Karl Wilson, aka MCK, Director of Marketing and Events for Caribbean Commerce Magazine. MCK, there you go.
Well, good evening, and I can't tap, my great team here. They have at least said everything about what's basically happening. And welcome to Caribbean Commerce Magazine. As the marketing director, I would like first to give thanks to Ja for giving us this opportunity to put a unique platform that will give the Caribbean and the world the ability to network and forge unity and trade and commerce and culture throughout the Caribbean. CCM will be the medium through which alliance will be formed. Designing strategic that will attract investors, commerce, and Caribbean ability. Providing the real-time data and information to potential investors and financiers. Engaging in special events and promoting projects through partnership, joint venture, sponsorship, and will expand our products offering, one of which is Jamaica Fest 2013, which is slated to take place in July 1st, 2013. CCM is the first in the Caribbean to create this digital vehicle through the Caribbean, which will outreach to the rest of the world. We will highlight and showcase activity in the Caribbean commerce. With CCM, the Caribbean will be a better position to compete in the global marketplace. Our call to action is for everyone to network and link up using this media to build wealth and legacy. As our great leaders would say, yes, we can. So my speech is very short because I've got the greatest team in the world, and we've put together this for businesses across the Caribbean to uplift ourselves and make a big dent in the marketplace. And thank you very much. And thank you for coming out. And I can see the folks from St. Thomas. I've got a lot of artists here, Prophecy, Warren Bass, the great Jimmy Riley, and all the inventors in the place, Mr. Jackie Stewart, and everyone else. So thank you for coming out.
Now what we're going to do is open up a Q&A session. So we're going to put ourselves on the hot seat. You can point all the questions that way. So anyone with questions, I'll just walk around with the mic if that's okay.
My name is Craig Spence. What I wanted to find out in regards to the app or for advertisers, is there an introductory period, or is it something that you have to install the application to be able to utilize it, or do we just send the information to your company and then you take care of that?
We actually have an advertising link that you would send it into, and they will contact you and say, okay, you have an ad, this is the specifications. What I'm also doing right now is that I've actually, back to the black book, right? I actually created an actual advertising page, I think, if I remember correctly. So I actually created an advertising page for advertisers. So you'll be able to get all the key information about the ads, and you'll be able to download actual sample ad that you basically fill in yourself, and it's sent back. Okay, next.
I noted that your presentation was centered a lot on the Apple platform. Just that here in Jamaica, you may or may not know that, of course, the BlackBerry is, at this point, I mean, still the dominant as far as mobile is concerned. So you might want to look into that. Question, how does one become involved with the directory?
Okay, for the directory, it's free. So you just go to the website to CariCommMag.com/free, and you could sign up right away, right? And what's going to happen when you sign up is that the information goes into our database, because I'm still writing the actual application. Because what I want for the app is that I want it to be dynamic, so that when you first encounter it, it actually looks really nice and go, okay, this is where they're located. You know, this is the information, because you also get to put down a brief description about yourself. Okay. You know what I mean? So we're here to promote you. This is not a yellow pages. This is interactive, because you will be able to hit the link and get your directions to where you are in the country. Okay, so it's interactive. So it's not the yellow pages we're dealing with here. Now, is the yellow pages going to get upset with me? Yes. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's okay. You know what I mean? But the thing is that I want to make sure that businesses get something done, and put on a really great face at the beginning. That's what I want.
Yes, I just wanted to find out, as a follow-up to his another question in terms of your timelines. My colleague here spoke about BlackBerry, and in Jamaica, apart from the Apple iPad, you have a lot of Androids. Could you give us an idea as to your timelines as to when you're going to be launching on those platforms? And then a little bit about the timelines. You spoke about various aspects of your business, publishing, all the way to your Caribbean or regional world news station. So could you give us a little bit of your timelines?
Okay. Timeline, Android, February. So the next edition that comes out, we will be on both platforms, on the iPad and on the Android platform. When I say Android tablet, let me be more specific, Android tablet. Now, after the tablets are done, the next phase will be to get it to the phones, right? So I can't give you any definites about that, but to get it, the first thing is for February, we want to be on both platforms.
I'm a retired teacher from Kingston College. Now, the situation is, the presenter was explaining to us the importance of Jatropia biodiesel. Now, Jamaica is, like the rest of the Caribbean, and Jamaica especially, is having a problem with fuel, energy, high cost of fuel. I would like to direct this question to the presenter, if he has approached the Minister of Mining and Natural Resources, that's Philip Powell, to see the way forward, to see if we can solve our energy crisis. Because we noticed that the presenter said it is ideal, Jatropia biodiesel likes sun, tropical countries, and I understand is that they are creating a national biofuel plan, and the source of this technology is Sweden. Is the presenter before they break still here for this? I would like to find out if you have contacted the Minister of Mining and Natural Resources, Honorable Philip Powell, as to the way forward for this new product, which seems to be interesting.
I'm not sure that I understood the question completely. Were you saying that the Jatropha is nothing to do with Sweden? Just the housing. But the Jatropha was from Central America originally, and my understanding is that some 400 years ago the Portuguese found it there and took it all over the world to wherever they were colonizing, because it was a great soap-making oil. And the plant is actually called the psychic plant, because every bit of it has got some medicinal quality to it. But the Indian scientists is where most of the work is done in India. The Chinese are involved with it. Brazil is very big into it. It's being grown in many countries in Africa right now, and that's going to increase. It can only be grown in the tropics at this point, But the University of Guelph has assured me that they're going to be working on a variety that will grow in cold climates as well. The objective is to cover as much of the earth as we can with something which is a deciduous plant. And actually the processing equipment, we have a Canadian company that's got great refining equipment. Did I answer your question?
He was asking if you had any contact with our Minister of Technology who's responsible for energy, which I don't think you've had because you probably just arrived.
No, no, I haven't. I know you have a program, and we're anxious to meet with the Minister. Thank you.
Mr. Clark, how do you decide what technology is appropriate to less developed countries than Canada? By bringing technology from advanced countries to non-developed countries, there could be a problem, would you say?
Bringing technology to a developing country?
Can bringing technology from advanced countries to non-advanced countries can be a problem because the technology might not be appropriate for the country.
I know there is picking equipment that's been developed in Brazil, for example, to do it on a very mechanized basis, but it's something that can be hand-picked. And when we're dealing with Haiti, I mean, when I go around Jamaica, of course, Jamaica doesn't have a problem with greenery. You've got greenery everywhere. But a country like Haiti or in sub-Saharan Africa, there's tremendous areas of land that have no cover whatsoever, and the sun kills the soil year after year after year. So the objective is to get this plant in and cover as much of the earth as possible. As far as the technology is concerned, even the processing equipment, the processing engineering company is ready to transfer its technology to Jamaica as well to make the processing equipment. So we only want to deal with companies that are willing to share and are willing to work with people. And I notice in my 30-odd years of working in international trade, I must say that I notice a change in the world recently when people are more willing to work together. And I think the rest of the people are going to get left behind because I think that, well, first of all, there's great benefit personally in working with other people. And if you want to make something work, the best thing to do is to get a team together. So we just want to cooperate with you. And if I could spend the rest of my life making Jatropha work in Jamaica and Haiti, that would satisfy me.
Yeah, I've got one question for Professor Stewart. I call him Professor because he does the greatest invention. When will this actually, like, I've got some equipment and it's 60 cycle and usually it's mashing up real fast. Now we want to know, when will you have this available for us to basically purchase so we can save our equipment?
The prototype is complete, all the design work is complete. What I've got to now do is to put it in a package to be able to commercialize it economically. And that's where I am today. How do I do that is a difficult thing. Because if you purchase the components alone, the ICs, the resistors, the capacitors, and what have you, the cost of those components will far exceed a finished product if I take it to China and have it done. But I don't want to take it to China. I want Jamaicans to build it, create labor in the Caribbean so that we can move along. So how do we do it? So maybe you can help me on this. How do you translate technology, the labor, the material to build a product that can compete on the market with China?
So, as you can see from this evening's presentation, one of CCM's goals is to always position ourselves with the achievers on a global level. Our contribution is to make sure the Caribbean is largely represented on global fronts in terms of our rich culture, commerce, and to make sure that we're there, that you're there, that we're there together.